Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to Galacticare. We're on to chapter 10, TikTok. We've also unlocked Scroll 6, but we're going to carry on with the story. Today's video is sponsored by Zeke Zenith Travelling Matt. Thank you, my guy.
Well, this is rather a surprise. Mr. Salazar has given us coordinates to an obscure nebula in which he and other Salazar employees were interned for a spot of forced labor. More concerningly, it sounds as though people are, well, exploding. I am not the biggest fan of the fellow director. He's been a titanic pain in the arse, quite frankly. But it doesn't feel right to leave him or his colleagues to die in the dark.
No, absolutely. No, I'm more than happy to go and help the fellow. We got these 2-tier things here and a nice big room here. Well, I mean, it looks big. I guess we'll find out. That could be tiny for all I know. That could be actual size.
Butter my crepes, director. We knew it'd be grim out here, but this is a calamity. Have they been harvesting colossals?
Galacticares? Is that you? I can't see what's outside through all the brain matter jamming up the bloody screen.
Yes, Mr. Salazar. Did you say brain matter?
Afraid so, robot. I woke up naked, confused, with a strange device jammed into my cocoa nut. Gently, my sister's dog Walker and Salazar accountant promptly exploded and coated the view screen with his mind jelly. Suffice it to say, we've been trying to get the bloody things out of our heads. But there are a lot of implants over here, Galacticares, and only so many screwdrivers.
I see. My condolences regarding Genly, sir. We've some poor implanted fellows here with us, in fact.
Does anybody know why there are no coffee machines in here?
Good grief.
Director, with Baz's help, I've been rooting around in the deceased colossals, trying to figure out exactly what the CABAL were up to. I'm going to trust you to help Mr. Salazar save as many of these poor souls as you can. Sorry for the squelching.
We will recover the memories of my fallen brood from this nest of butchery. Had we only known.
Well, that's all rather a lot, Director. I suppose we should get straight to the business of the day.
When you chaps are ready, I'll send you the first group. The ones whose implants are ominously vibrating the most. I'm not sure if that's how the brain bombs work, but it is quite irritating.
Okay. Right. Oh, we've got this little lower room here. Interesting. So this is quite a big room here. We've just got this lower space here. Okay. Fine. Well, let's get the basics down then.
Galacticare, sorry to mither you, but Jeremy, former lift operator, is starting to look a little bit pale and... Actually, brain check on that. Need to find some kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll.
We're running a tad low on time over here, Galacticares. I think I've stabilized the implant on Junty, but... Never mind. He's become jam.
This takes as long as it takes to build, you know. I mean, I'm doing my best over here.
Javier, my favorite ode flautist, has just exploded. Not my most tasteful quip, I'll admit. But I'm fairly sure most of Salazar HR is in here with me. So bugger it right off. Hope you're nearly ready, Galacticares. I'm running out of rubber gloves. And I think my ex-wife's Pilates teacher just became a refreshing mist.
Go on then, open.
Are we ready to commence our recovery mission?
Yeah, let's do it.
The first shuttle is on its way to you. Fair Galacticares, I wouldn't get too attached to your decor.
No, I think you might be right.
Director, the first patients with the implant things in their heads have arrived.
Quite right, Millie. These patients have been classified as danger level 4. They'll deteriorate very quickly if not seen to, and are more likely to perish in treatment. We should ensure we're using happy, well-trained cerebral rehab experts to treat them in order to avoid more casualties than necessary. I suggest we also keep them clear of anything that might stain particularly easily. It might also be worth accelerating our research into this condition, which will further reduce the rate of unfortunate accidents during treatment.
That's interesting. So we are actually going to pause and get this right. So first things first, we're going to... This one, we're going to build it. Get this built. Get somebody in there to work it.
There's more where that came from, Galacticares. It's heaving to the gills over here.
I'm not sure that's a saying. I can't imagine we'd expect to save everyone, Director, but we'll give it our best crack.
We will. Next up, we're going to build research. And I'm thinking as well, recovery ward, if we can.
You managed to extract an implant. That's more relieving than my third divorce. We might still have a toaster stenciling workforce after this is over.
More patients from the CABAL station have arrived, Director.
Hi, guys. I got an email from Baz asking me to take over his shop while he's on sabbatical. Apparently, he's going to be licking his friends. I get it, though. I don't know how he uses a computer with his flippers. Anyways, let me know if you need anything. I'll be back. Just to sell things, hopefully.
Galacticares, we're sending you Salazar's lacrosse team. Took me 2 years to teach these goons to swing a stick. Be a dear and get them back to us safely.
They're dying. They're dying. I've got no room left here. Gonna go and stay again for this. But I don't know what else to do.
Director, I'm afraid we have gone into debt.
It's fine.
Director, lots more patients with the brain implants arrived, and some of them are ticking. They actually seem weirdly calm about it. One guy gave me a thumbs up. That was nice.
Yes, the implant does seem to have a rather sedating effect on some victims. Part of the control mechanism to keep them indentured, I'd imagine. Or they're simply paralyzed with stress.
Au revoir to our goalkeeper. I shall smack some balls about in his fine memory.
Staff lounge capacity. There is no staff lounge. There's no money for that. Are you crazy? No money or time for staff lounges.
Director, you've run out of credits.
I know. Yeah. I know. Okay.
Director, it's advised to build a staff lounge so we can trick the doctors into never leaving. Ever.
Yep. Just needed to come out of debt. It's a thing. Well, it looks like, yeah, we're killing more than we're saving. My hands are tied.
There's several piles of mush where people used to be, Galacticares. I know you're trying, but we really don't have the stationery for all of these condonance letters.
Director, your patients
As
are
I've so
dropping
often
like
heard
flies.
myself, a totally average performance can be all you need. Under the right circumstances, that is. I'll start trawling bulletin boards for replacement players. And you, keep up the health cares.
Yes, that did not go well. Short-range teleporter teleports patients in and out of the room, dramatically reduce it. That seems to be happening anyway, so...
We're looking for more survivors, Galacticares, but they're sealed up behind more bulkheads than my top-secret cologne formula. We're having a go with a plasma cutter we found. We'll crack them out of there sooner or later. I chucked a short-range teleporter into that last shuttle. Your meta units probably found it if they rummaged under the seats. It'll let people zip and zap both in and out of rooms, skipping the depressing nonsense of actually having to walk through doors.
Director, I've been out with Baz trying to recover his siblings' memories. I think we've cracked the first one, but it's taken a toll on him. As for me, I think I need a bucket.
It's been a while since I've channeled memories from my kin. And somehow, it's made everything look incredibly pink. I'm coming over for a quick checkup. If that's all right with you lot, keep an eye out for anything odd, Galacticare. Our thoughts are alive and can take form if we're under threat. My broodmate's last memories were disturbed.
I think I can feel the thin veneer of reality peel back to reveal the worms of quantum energy underneath. So I'm going to find somewhere to be horizontal until this blows over.
The shuttle is now ready to launch on your command, Director. The shuttle is away, Director.
Oh, Baz. Yeah, look at his eyes.
Diagnosis canisters have deployed. Let's find out what's wrong with our boy.
Let's find out what's wrong with our boy. Aw, I like that. There's an affection to it. We could make one of these. We've never used it. Be kind of interesting to see. Boom.
Whilst patients affected by the CABAL implants are our top priority, we continue to receive patients from nearby systems. It seems the prolonged exposure to this rift causes unusual reactions, with some describing the ability to perceive what lies below. A most ominous statement, which is only slightly less alarming than their glowing pink eyeballs.
Hey, wow. Oh man, it's bad in here. Is it okay if I turn around?
The diagnosis is complete, but it's rather hard to explain what's the matter. His brain activity seems highly unusual, as though several of him are overlapping.
Dreamarium heal. It's the only thing we have that has any chance of helping. By the way, were you dead?
I don't believe so, Ma'am. Unless your definition of life has gotten rather more reactionary in the past 2 minutes.
Strange. I never noticed you had a spirit following you before.
Yes, not at all a mortifying thing to hear. I'm sure you'll be fine, Miss Orion.
More canisters incoming.
Take a look at my wares.
Yeah, I will take that.
Treatment canisters deploying now, Director. As per Ms. Orion's increasingly concerning instructions, a stop by the Dreamarium is in order for them.
We are preparing canisters for Baz. Diagnosis, yes. Now, we need to build another room. We're going to have to start saving up to unlock another space. I don't know how we're going to do that. Because this is all pretty thing. Let's stick this here. That'll fit quite nicely, actually. More. Might as well. Okay. Let's get it in. So we've done... Wow, are you okay? That was weird. So done 2, 3 out of 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. We are.
The treatment canisters have absorbed the requisite dream energy and are ready to support Baz in his psychic struggle. The shuttle is now ready for your dispatch order, Director.
Okay.
Canisters are away and our treatment is commencing.
Excellent. Oh.
Ooh, much better, Galacticare. Those sodiums you have are really quite something. Do you remember where you found them?
The creatures in Dreamarium? Confusingly, sir, none of us do.
Well, I'm glad they hitched a ride with you. They're not easily swayed to leave their world.
Collect our rewards. Okay.
Cora Orion's mind might struggle to keep pace with reality for a bit, but she insisted on helping. Her augmented cortex is just the conduit we need. I'll keep a close eye on her. You lot take care of yourselves while we figure this out.
Mushy mushy, my dears. My chiropractor and I managed to crack through into an adjacent bit of the station. And it's absolutely pouring with brain implant victims. We'll pack them onto shuttles and send them over to your delightfully decorated environs as regularly as we can. Darn! Well, there goes Cedric. I'd offer someone else's seat, but I doubt anyone much fancies sitting in the slosh.
The next batch of implanted patients have arrived. They're in a rather volatile state, Director, and may pop in short order.
This next shuttle carries everyone from our male grooming division. One of the most celebrated teams at Salazar, I'll have you know. Treat them with care. They lean a tad neurotic.
I can't keep building all these rooms. I don't have the money to unlock new spaces.
The first stylus has been saved. I feel like they should receive a prize of some kind. Balloons, a little hat, sphincter relaxation meds, that sort of thing.
Heel, the male groomers have arrived, and a lot of them look really bad. I don't think they're very good at their jobs.
Yes, nothing quite so disappointing as a mangy barber. To be fair, I'm not sure how they aren't all in the grips of mass hysteria.
Last bunch from this sector, Galacticares. We've got one more area to clear after this, and then we're home free. Well, the ones who've blown up aren't, but I expect that's a given.
This will probably put us into a little bit of debt, but activated. Okay, that last room was really expensive. Really expensive, yeah.
Dorian's latest wave of CABAL implant patients have arrived. How are things on the ground, Medi?
It's hard to say, really. Some of them keep crying and others are smiling, like that big, toothy smile when someone's won the lottery. I don't think they're okay.
Well, if they survive and fancy a nostalgic return to the hospital, I'm sure our Dreamarians can give them a hand with any lingering trauma.
Need the bone chamber. Boning chamber. It's not going to fit there. Oh, it's just like every level is just like this upheaval of mass quick building. Just be on the same rooms again and again. It's making the old hand hurt. It's absolutely relentless.
You've saved a lot of chaps over there, Galacticares. Makes me wonder why I bothered starting a competitor. I should have just bought you out when I had the cabbage.
But we're not doing terribly. Like, it's going okay. We are treating people. I think the ward is helping. Let's try and heal some people up a bit. I'm getting a bit peaky in places. Right, we're going to take a breather. We've almost treated these patients. And then I think he said there was one more area. Because it's kind of like a wave thing, isn't it? One more area for us to cure, and then we've got it in the bag.
Those of us endowed with moustaches thank you, Galacticares. You have no idea how hard it is to find a proper barber in this shithole galaxy. Now those dashing coiffures can spread throughout space, bringing joy to beards everywhere. You know how to tango. I knew you were the business, but I didn't expect you to save all of them. If I didn't know better, I'd suspect I was either hallucinating on frog venom, or that you'd managed to fuzz your numbers.
Yeah, I'm a pro at that. Claim rewards, we did save every single one of them. It's a bit nuts, isn't it? It's a bit
We'll
nuts.
whip out the plasma cutters again, and have a go at freeing more Salazonians from their dreadful peril. Talk soon, Galacticares.
The second of my kin has had their memories ciphered through Cora Orion. Her mind creaks at the strain, but she's constrained it for now. She's a tough one, your leader.
The light, the vortex. All routes lead to the center. All could become death, rotting into the infinity of a silent universe. A great wound in a mind which doesn't understand. Colossals, pure but imperfect, and failing. Heal. I'd like some toast. Or can I smell toast? No, both.
I shall ensure a trove of buttery slices are provided post-haste, Ms. Orion. As for you, Mr. Baz, I see your condition has worsened again. We'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Director, you may launch the shuttle when ready. The shuttle is en route to its destination.
Because I think in the next episode we go to the centre, don't we? The centre of the galaxy.
Canisters deployed, Director. Director, some patients have drifted in from nearby space, and their brains are both dangerously pink and visible through the skull.
Okay, so let's get these canisters prioritised. They've got to go to Dreamarium, and then the Zen Garden. Okay, let's have a look at the queues. Skin Lab, no. Too much queuing. This boning chamber, we could do with another one of those.
Meteors incoming, Director. Hold on to something.
I don't know whether to believe him or not. Generally, it's false. GPs as well. I don't even know where to put a GP. I guess over here.
Am I going to be haunted?
Yeah, so this is also still really quite crowded, so we're going to put another one in. This room's not clever either. This is not good. Let's get another one of these in.
The treatment canisters are processed and ready to embrace their destiny, Director. Let's get them to Baz and hope we can stabilize his mind. Director, you may launch the shuttle when ready.
Excellent. Just gonna pop in a GP and then I'll be right with you. Launch it. Baz. Hey, Baz. How's it going, Baz?
I'm grateful, Galacticare. I had my fool's hopes when I found you, but to have gotten this far fills my valves with joy.
So Baz is all better again. This is good. Some horrific sights behind him.
He knew it would work. He's a clever one, that Colossal, but kind. Please help him, whatever he needs.
It feels good to stretch my own mind out again. It's odd, losing yourself. You never quite know where things are supposed to go.
Wow, look at it. And they're all out there as well. Ugh. Rewards.
I'll dive back in, Galacticare. The memories of my broodmate's deaths are hard to take. I'm going to make it all worth it.
We blasted through to the final section of the station. The floor's in a right state. So I'm lucky I had a pair of high heels in my locker. Can't remember where I got them, so I'll blame the brain implant and move on with my life. We'll start chucking the last Salazonians over to you. Keep an eye out for Griswold, the old fiddler. He was an odd duck on the best of days, but the silicone chunk that's wedged in his cortex hasn't much helped. Won't stop spitting in people's faces, the cheeky bastard. Good luck, Galacticares. I have to clean some mystery stilettos.
Just getting a bit of seating down because, you know, they're all standing and whatnot.
Director, I've been watching the ghosts that for some reason exist now, and they've been kind of swarming out there.
My brood's lost minds are trying to defend their bodies from attack, protect their stored memories. I'm sorry, Galacticare. I can't stop them.
The first shuttle should be with you now. Also, have you noticed any business with terrifying space ghosts thrashing about the place?
Yes, sir. Tinkering with the bodies of the Colossals here seems to have caused some form of energetic reaction.
Well, that's a relief. I was worried I was high as the blazes. I would have asked someone over here, but I got sick of being interrupted by mid-sentence head poppage.
I never thought I'd say this, Director, but the colossal ghosts have thoroughly beslimed our station. And now there are little creatures everywhere. Is everything all right, Maddie?
I think so. That was kind of exciting. They made a mess and it felt like my mind got frozen. But that was amazing.
Honestly, I've been avoiding talking about them entirely because I assumed I'd finally lost my marbles. I feel distinctly less alone now. Thank you, Maddie.
We're boxing up another Salazar package of implant victims and pushing them into the shuttle with a long stick. Bon chance, Marie.
Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for toxin. Breakfast.
Ace.
Ah! You saved my old golfing pal, Cedric! Fond memories! Challenging at times, though. It was like trying to pull a dead duck out of a chimney. If you catch my drift, we're readying the very last shuttle, Galacticares. It's more packed than an old gym's locker room. With you in just a jiffy?
The next wave is arriving now, Director. As we've come to expect, many of them are a sliver away from death.
Yeah. And one of them patted me on the head? It was kind of demeaning.
Send me their biometrics, Medi. I'll have them accidentally locked in a toilet until their device goes off.
That's kind of excessive, Heel. I'm fine. You know, I don't think you react very well to stress.
I'm perfectly fine, Medi. I'm fully functional, as always, and I will administer the micro-operations of this company until my last simulated gasping breath.
Okay, Heel, you've got this.
So let's have a look at the health situation. Okay. How busy is this? It's not too bad. It's well used, but it's not too bad. This room. This room's great though. We have a queue happening here. Let's copy this. Room and build another. Over here. We are getting close.
Are those fucking ghosts? Am I gonna be haunted?
The final wave has arrived. Good gravy. The monsters who did this had a lot of these brain implants. To think, if we'd arrived any later, that station would look like... well, it doesn't bear thinking about. Let's save those we can.
There goes Cornelius, my second favourite golfing compadre. I'll always remember their arm getting stuck halfway down the proverbial caddy bag. That memory lives on in Dorian Salazar's partially lobotomized brain.
Okay. You stay in there. Oh, Lone Dome. A little tanky. Oh. Oh, we reached level 4. Well done, Otto. Wherever you may be. There you are. Well done, Otto. An absolute legend.
All the people you've been saving used to work in Salazar and HR. Makes me wonder why they were sealed at the back of the bloody station. I'd asked my former employees what they were up to, but they're dead.
Do you know what? As we've got masses of money, let's get these unlocked. Why not, eh? Why not? Where? No! Tanky! Jump a few of these to the top of the queue. Oh, we've only lost one so far. That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Stupefying work, my good fellows. I'll be sending you all some rather handsome birthday cards. Well, my name isn't Dorian Salazar.
Ooh.
It's been a pleasure, Galacticare. Despite the constant throbbing horror of our present scenario, I'm going to take a breather in the lockers for a moment and listen to my mindfulness podcast, Serenity with Salazar.
Baz has absorbed the last memories. I know why they were coming back. They all learned a piece of something, like a map of an illness. Baz was brave to take that on. The pain was scorching. I ate my own tongue, but it popped out in my mouth again, good as new. Take care of him. I want to see if the same thing happens to my head.
I don't at all recommend that, Miss Orion. I think it best you take a seat, and we'll rush you through a dreamarium as soon as we can get you back safely.
You're right. The clams have always known. If only they could hold a conversation without tugging on the shape of reality. Baz is here to take us somewhere. Away, yet closer. He wants us to convince reality to heal.
The shuttle can launch on your command, Director. The shuttle is away, Director.
Time for some canisters. 7. Blimey.
The treatment canisters are ready to get to work, Director. I prefer to see them processed sooner rather than later. I haven't heard a lick of noise from Ms. Orion in some time, and heavens know what this is doing to Baz. Dream therapy, cerebral rehab, and the Zen Garden should give our canisters what they need to attend to his mind, brain, and body. In theory, at least.
So the canisters go to the Dreamarium, then they're in the Zen Garden, one of my favourite rooms. Every time, you know, every illness is different. It'd be really cool to just sit there and watch all the animations for all the different illnesses. That one's pretty cool. And then they need to go to the cerebral rehab. So it's quite a lot of stuff, isn't it, to get through. Yeah. Any that haven't quite made it yet to Dreamarium? Let's have a look. Yeah, let's see what the Dreamarium one looks like.
Some meteors en route. Prepare for damage control, Director.
That's happened like twice this whole game, yet he said it, I don't know, about 30 times.
Director, more patients have arrived with those unusual loam afflictions. I'm not sure I like the look of those tendrils.
Tell Charles I said bye.
Nothing. It's all nothing. This one's ready to go into cerebral. And he goes. Whoa. You see it change inside each time. Okay, Mark 3. That's 4. Oh. 5.
All canisters have been seen to and are ready to treat Baz. Hold on, dear fellow. Shush now. Launch the shuttle when ready, Director.
Oh, that's a relief. I was barely holding it together. A bit like a drunk, pretending to be sober in public. I'm right as rain, Galacticare. Thank you.
He lies, but he needn't lie. We'll do what needs to be done. All of us. That's why this was made. Even if we didn't know it.
I have one last favor to ask you. Something I've been thinking about for a long time. This nebula and the vortex you see beyond you, it's a way for the Colossals to find home. This place was a trap built to slay them, made by the synthetics you call the CABAL. My brood were ambushed, their bodies harvested, their blood used for fuel, but they returned with memories. Memories which shed light on the sickness of our creator, the Loam Core. It needs you now. It was born in the space between universes, and can't understand the pain it suffered in this one. Please, Galacticare, follow me through the portal and into the deepest reach of Loam space. Help my creator. Permit it to live and keep your world from crumbling.
Well, Director, that's quite the proposition. I'm not sure I fully understand what's going on, but with Ms. Orion being incapacitated, the choice is yours to make. Those who venture deep into Loam space rarely return. Whatever you decide, we're all with you. We could always stay here and clean up a little more of the Cabal's mess, I suppose. I rather like freezing in the face of stressful decisions, actually. Wonderful. Yes, a perfect opportunity to take a well-deserved breather in this ghost-addled, corpse-ridden nebula.
Welcome to the 42nd episode of Serenity with Salazar, the podcast that provides the smoothest vibes to the sauciest Salazar customers.
Good Lord!
Sink into the warm bosom of ambient ska as I recite a list of the most obscure of the galaxy's venereal diseases.
Minnie, I want you to use your pest zapper on every speaker in the hospital until this stops happening.
Apparently we're supposed to have unlocked this poster here. We can see it. Cable cares. But it still seems to be locked. Oh, we've got this one. Just this photograph. Ooh. Rug. TikTok. And more plants, is it? Oh, this. Implant display. But, again, it still seems to be locked. Oh, but I can use it. Interesting, the little lock icon doesn't come off. Where was the other one? This one. But you can still use it. Okay, cool. There we are. There it is. Well, one more level left. And it sounds like it's going to be pretty intense. I will see you there at the centre of the galaxy. Bye! If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.